Your dormant ideas can be revived again. Today is not motivation, it is revival. Because somewhere between one day and someday, your brilliance went quiet. However, the good news of today, the breaking news of today, is that those ideas can be revived again. Your dormant ideas can be revived again. You're welcome to the Smart Creating Short Break series, and I am Leslie Grace, the Confidence Coach. I'm here to help you master confidence smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking. You're welcome to this session. Today, we want to talk about how your dormant ideas can come back to life again. You will be blown away by this session. Today, I want to let you know that this is the kind of session that you come in with your notepad and you sit and you invite people to come and join you, because today is really going to be good. Hi Bernard, so good to have you here. Let me know in the comment section, where are you joining in from? So go and tell somebody that this conversation has begun, because you will love it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you haven't. We want to talk about your ideas coming back to life again. Your dormant ideas can. Oh Bernard, your dormant ideas can. Oh Bernard, you're joining in from the UK. You're welcome in here today. I assure you would love it today, because especially if you have ideas that have been dormant, then this conversation is for you, because I'm going to be showing you how those ideas can come back to life, how they can be revived again. Like I said, today is a motivation, today is revival, because the good news is the idea you thought that you lost, no, you didn't lose it, you just paused it. That's the good news. You didn't lose that idea, you just paused it. And today we want to press play. Like there was a pause that happened to that your idea, so today we want to press play. That is the good news for today. All right. The good news is that it's still waiting. That idea is somewhere there. It's not missing. It's somewhere there. If you came to reignite your creative fire today, then write the comment section. Put for me the fire emoji. Put it for me right there. The fire emoji is somewhere. Let me see. If you came to reignite it today, then put it for me right there. The fire emoji, because guess what? It is not the end of your story. If you had an idea that you paused somewhere, it is not the end of the story. Every creator meets silence. So when the silence happens, it's not the end of the story. It's actually a restart of your rhythm. Every creator gets to a point where they meet silence. Hello, Bernard. Oh, thank you. I can see the fire emoji. Hello, peace. Hi. Have you all hit the subscribe button? Have you called a friend? That friend that has a dormant idea and they feel like this idea is over for me, and this idea, there's nothing I can do. They packed up today. We want to revive those dormant ideas. I mean, I think it was since yesterday after I talked about, do you still have ideas that are in drafts? I got emails, I got messages. My phone kept on buzzing from people who kept on saying, oh, coach, I'm that person. I'm that person that has ideas that have been buried for long. I have my ideas, and I felt like, okay, today I want to dedicate it to helping you revive those ideas again, and to say to you that the good news, the breaking news for you today is that those dormant ideas can come back to life. Hello, Francisca. So good to see you here. Let me know in the comment section where you're joining in from. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You will love it being here today. Stay here, stay here. We go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m., and I talk about everything confidence smartness, from smart reading to smart thinking to smart speaking. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for joining in today. Now, let's go. So what happens is that you don't lose those ideas. They didn't just get missing. You paused it. Now, it's the same pause button that was faced when Beethoven, the man who made the symphonies, was trying to compose symphonies that outlived empires. So silence happens. You're a creator, you're trying to write a book. Maybe you've been silenced for 2 years. You packed up that craft and you said, this isn't going to work. Okay? I want to say to you, silence never stops the sound. It only demands a deeper form of listening. It only demands a deeper form of reconnect. And that's what today's life is all about. I want to reconnect you to those dormant ideas. Because, you know, it is actually more difficult to start something new. And because you'll be dealing with the guilt of, oh, so I just left that one now, I'm not going to something new. You would need to actually find a balance. So what you should do is that you should actually do something to ensure that you have your ideas not missing. Those ideas should not be missing. They shouldn't be missing. That's why the conversation is here today. All right? It is the same thing. Silence never stops. Let's get into story time. Are you ready for story time? I have a story to tell you. Story time. Story time. Who's ready? If you're ready, say story. A few years ago, archaeologists discovered an ancient date seed. Hi, lovely. So if you know a date seed, right? A few years ago, it was discovered by some archaeologists and they left it. It was old. It was just there. They found it in the ruins of Masada, Israel. It has been dormant there for 2,000 years. Did you hear that? 2,000 years. However, stay with me. These archaeologists picked up the seed, they planted it, and guess what? The seed that was abandoned for 2,000 years sprouted. It grew and it became a tree. That tree is named Methuselah because that tree, after growing back, following the 2,000-year abandonment history that this same seed had, they had to name it Methuselah. Do you know why? Because that tree is a proof that dormancy isn't death, it's delayed destiny. Dormancy isn't death, it's delayed destiny. And delay, like they always say, is not denial. So yes, there's a dormancy that happened to you. It looks like you have been dormant for a while, but dormancy isn't that. Delay isn't the end of your destiny. You're welcome in here. Let me know in the comment section, where are you joining in from? Now, some of the greatest creations you have met today went through their own season of burial. And I'll be sharing with you some of the stories so that you can see that you're not the only one with ideas that have been stuck up in notebooks. The biggest of brands that you know, most of them had this history as well. Think about Apple, for instance. Did you know that at some point, there were ideas concerning Apple that were in notebooks that were stuck? Let me share that story with you. Apple, at a point, was once written off in 1997. They were debt-ridden, they were forgotten. But at some point, they came back to a season of revival, which, by the way, that is what this live session today is about. It's a season of revival for you. So Apple got back to a season of revival. One single act of revival, Steve Jobs returned to that product. He came back to it with one clear idea: think different. He just said, we're going to think differently. So today, I want you to also think differently. Yes, that idea has been stuck up in your notebook, or you had a plan that you would do this by this year, and it seems like that idea has been... No, I want you to think differently. Think differently about the idea. So back to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs thought differently. He breathed new life into that company. 25 years later, remember this happened in 1997. 25 years later, they revived the whole idea of Apple company. They revived it. It became a multi-trillion-dollar ecosystem. And look at you, look at your pocket. You have iPhone, AirPod, MacBook, everything Apple, Apple, Apple. The whole ecosystem you are celebrating today, it's a function of someone who decided to revive his idea that appeared like it was stuck up. Now, this is a beautiful Saturday evening. I'm streaming. It's a Saturday evening downtime here in West Africa and Nigeria, where I'm streaming from. And I want us to have a heart-to-heart conversation. I know that this is hard for you. You may be coming in as, oh, really? Those ideas I left, they can come back to life? Yes. Yes. I just want us to have this conversation heart to heart. Let's talk about Marvel Studios. Hello, let me know in the comment section where you're joining in from. Marvel Studios in 1990s, it filed for bankruptcy. Heroes like Iron Man, Captain America, they were dormant on dusty comic shelves. Then they began a revival plan. They thought of new belief system. They thought of new storytelling. They thought of a cinematic universe, and then they decided to rewrite the culture at the time. A dormant idea that didn't die. They simply waited for a generation ready to imagine again. I want to say to you, your own brilliance isn't different. Your own idea to write that book isn't different. It's the same thing. The ideas that you have that feel buried, the ideas that you have that you feel have left it for so long, dormant ideas don't die. They wait for a generation ready to imagine again. What you need is to imagine again. The ideas that feel buried are not gone. They are seeds, like that date seed I talked about, that was picked up after years down the line. Your dormant ideas are like seeds. No, they're not buried. They are like seeds but they're seeds that are in waiting. They are seeds that are sleeping, quietly gathering nutrients of the experience you've gathered so far, nutrients of patience, of wisdom from their rebirth. I want you to look at that idea in your note from this angle. Look at it. That in these 3 years that you abandoned that project, you have gathered nutrients to water that seed better. Why? Because now you've gotten more experience. You've gotten more knowledge. You've heard. You've gotten more examples that you can draw inspiration from. Science has also proven that when you return to an old project, your brain lights up faster than when you start a new one. Yes. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. Creative circuits remain alive. So yes, you started that book, 1 page, 2 page, it's still there. It's like old pathways. Oh yeah, somebody is shocked and shouting wow in the comment section. Exactly. It's like old pathways. Old pathways that we, you know when you're passing through a forest. So I'm streaming from West Africa, Nigeria, West Africa, right? And in Africa, we have some forests, right? I think in every part of the world, there are forests here and there, though. Now, if you're going through an old forest, through old pathways, you can see that it's as if some things are overgrown. But guess what? One spark of attention, one electrical activity, and that forest can turn to anything. In the same way, picking up an old manuscript or prototype often feels strangely familiar. Your brain remembers its rhythm. Yes, it's old, but your brain remembers. It's going to feel somewhat strangely familiar. Your neural pathways never forget purpose. I need you to write it down. Neural pathways never forget purpose. They only wait for permission. Are you willing to give that idea a permission to live, a permission to survive? Are you willing to give that book a permission to be continued? Because guess what? Your old dreams still remember their roots. Yes, they do. They just need a spark to move again. So do not despise starting over. No. Biology is on your side. Neural pathways are on your side. The hippocampus is on your side. The memory center that retains the blueprint of passion long after disappointment fades is on your side. So, I'll be giving you 4 reasons your ideas went dormant, so that you can see what happened and so that we can move. All right? Number 1, the burnout effect. The burnout effect. So the thing is, you got burnt out. That's what happened. So don't beat yourself. Don't say I was lazy, I was inconsistent. Listen, first thing that happened to you was burnout. You worked too long without visible progress. So you got burnt out. It wasn't the work alone, but you were working so long, there wasn't clear, visible progress in front of you. And so your brain shut the project down for emotional safety. That's what happened. It's like even machines, when machines overheat, So do our minds, right? How do you fix this burnout? Reframe the goal. Reframe your goal. Don't focus on results. Focus on rhythm. Focus on rhythm. Small wins are the CPR of creativity. Small wins. They are the life of your creativity. It's not the big wins. It's not the, okay, finally that book is out. No. How about the title of that book that you got? It's a win. Small wins are the CPR of creativity. So it's okay if it's just a single paragraph. It's okay if you just record a 1-minute voice note. It's okay if you share a progress update. It is okay. Every micro victory tells your nervous system we are alive again. And the moment your nervous system gets that message, creativity will be born in you. So this is me saying to you, that idea can live again. One of the reasons it felt dormant was because of burnout. Number 2, what happened to that idea? Why did it feel like you went dormant? The silence syndrome. Have you hit the subscribe button? Have you hit the like button? Thank you for joining in today. Let me know in the comment section, where are you joining in from? The silence syndrome. So you were building and no one clapped for you. So you stopped. You stopped. But you know what? Applause is often delayed. Just accept it. Applause doesn't come the way your ideas come. Like you get an idea to be the factory that can help fashion designers from this part of the world, and then everyone starts applauding you the day that idea comes. No. Applause never comes the day your idea comes. In fact, applause is often delayed. Do you know Harry Potter series? Okay, when Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling was rejected, this Harry Potter series now, it was rejected 12 times. J.K. Rowling wrote this series, went to the first person, rejected. Second, 12 times. She could have burned it permanently. She could have said, nobody's even applauding me. This beautiful series that I'm quite sure that I worked on, why they rejected it? She could have packed it up. But guess what? The understanding that applause doesn't come immediately give her peace of mind. So I'm saying to you, dear creative, oh, I began that project and then I went, nobody was even commending me. Applause doesn't come like that. J.K. Rowling would have packed up that idea, but she did not. Today we have the Harry Potter series. Why? Belief became her oxygen. That's why you cannot separate creativity from confidence. No, you can't. No, you can't. And because my job as the confidence coach is to help you master confidence smartness, and I'm saying for you to show that you're smart, you need to create. Your confidence is key. It's key. And that's why this particular smart creating comes like at the end of the year for us at the Smart Speakers Academy, because we believe you would have done smart reading, you would have done smart thinking, you would have worked on your confidence and all of it, right? And then this is where the chain takes us to. Because you know why? Belief is the oxygen of your creativity. J.K. Rowling had that belief. Guess what? Years later, that once rejected story became a multi-billion-dollar offer that still feeds the imagination today. People still go through the Harry Potter series and they're like, huh? But how do you fix the silence syndrome? It's something you've battled with. You felt like, but nobody's even, even when I try to go and start up, nobody's answering me. I'm just silent. I'm just building in silence. Let me say this. Let your excellence echo before the crew catches up. So just keep moving. Your excellence will echo someday, and the crew, the masses, the world will catch on. See, obscurity is not punishment. Oh, I'm just building obscurity. It's just me alone in my world. What is happening to me? Obscurity is not punishment. It is preparation. Accept it. Ask David. Even the day they came to look for who to anoint as king, Uncle was still in the obscurity. He was still in obscurity. But guess what? Obscurity doesn't dim your light. It's not punishment. It's preparation. Hello, let me know in the comment section. Where are you joining from? David was still in obscurity even on the day. You know when people will say, no, I don't want to be hidden so I don't miss my timing. See, the season of preparation in obscurity is not punishment. It's preparation. Right in that obscurity, he didn't miss his time. He didn't miss his time. Number 3. The third reason your idea seems stuck. Let me know in the comment section where you're joining in from. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for joining in today. All right. Number 3, the confidence crash. Let me explain what the confidence crash feels like or plays out like for most professionals. So what happens is that most professionals compare their version 1 to someone's version 20. It crashes your confidence. You are working on yourself. This is your first book. As opposed to applauding yourself for even having a title and a first. I'm going to tell you what really happened. I had a conversation with someone, and the person goes, Coach, the way you're just writing these things. And I said to her, I've had a journey, right? This is where I've been for years. I've done this part of my life for years. And when she looked at it, she was like, Coach, it feels like I'm comparing my version 1 to someone else's version 5 or 10. I said, exactly. This is the version 1 of me that you know, but this isn't my version 1, right? And he gave her peace. I said, please, go and drink chilled water and have peace. But you know what? That is what crashes the confidence of most professionals that I've seen. It is your first book, and all you have is 60 pages. Please go and publish it. Stop looking at somebody's 20th book and say, this coach just did 7 in 1. I read that coach's book, just 265 pages. Like, who does that? Yes, she's doing it. That's her version 20. You are on version 1. It can kill your confidence to do that. Comparison is creativity's carbon monoxide. It suffocates it. Comparison is creativity's carbon monoxide. It kills it. It kills it. So if today's draft reads better than yesterday's, then revival has come. Then making progress. Then revival has already begun. Celebrate your internal progress before the external praise comes. Celebrate it. You that know yourself by now, you should have been on the 3rd Netflix series by now. But ever since you started hearing about this creativity, you've been bothered, you started writing, please celebrate that you. How do you fix this confidence crash issue that comes with comparison? Simple. Study your own growth curve. Study it, your own, not another person's. Don't go and look at someone's growth curve and you're reading that page 20 of their book. No, don't do that. Study your own growth curve. Are you really growing? I know one of the things that helps me when it comes to studying my growth curve is a gratitude journaling and then a weekly review of every systems I work with. My team members know. And because we keep showing up weekly to do that review, we are studying our growth curve, and it's fine. So study your own growth curve. Study it. Study it. Number 4, the 4th reason you even kept that draft there and abandoned it, and it seemed like you went dormant, which I know it has ended today, right? Is the overwhelm loop. The overwhelm loop. All right? Too many ideas fighting for attention can create internal noise that sounds like failure. And because it sounds like failure, you think you have failed, so you back up. Remember Netflix. I've shared that story in one of our live sessions. Netflix started as a DVD by mail idea. Yes, that's your Netflix that you watch every day. That's why I would say binge on books. Don't binge on tech. Because the people you are watching, if you know their journey, you stop getting addicted and go and binge on books so that you can create. Netflix didn't start the way you are seeing it. It started by a DVD by mail system. Yes. When Blockbuster was the one ruling the world, guess what? Netflix tried to sell itself for $50 million, and Blockbuster laughed at it. 2 decades later, can you compare Netflix and Blockbuster? Idea reinvented entertainment. That's what Netflix came with. How do you fix this overwhelm loop? Revive one project this week. See, you want to resurrect your creativity, clarity. Clarity is what resurrects creativity. Focus turns scattered sparks into fire. So focus. Don't go everywhere. And I'm going to be giving you a 4-step comeback formula, right? A 4-step. How do you come back? A 4-step comeback formula for reviving those dormant ideas. Are you ready? If you're ready, let me know in the comment section. Ready. And let me know in the comment section. Where are you tuning in from? Have you hit the like button? Have you hit the subscribe button? Thank you for being here. If you have ideas that have been dormant, you want to bring them back, I want to give you the 4-step comeback formula. I want to see you ready in the comment section. Step number 1. Oh yes, clarity resurrects creativity. Step number 1. Revisit the spark. You see that spark that you had? The name of that company that came into mind. The name of that book that just came into your head. Revisit it. Go and look for the first note, the first sentence, the first recording you did, the first sketch. Go and bring it out. If it's close to you, bring it out. I want us to get practical. If it's close to you, bring it out. Can you bring it out? Can you see it? Now ask yourself, why did this excite me? Why? Clarity is always in the why. Focus comes from understanding totally the why. And yes, the why can be understood. So what you want to do is to find that emotion again. So the emotion that birthed it is the key that unlocks it again. The same emotion that you had that birthed that idea, it is still in the hands of that emotion for you to unlock. It's still there. It's still there. It's still there. Even Noah, that it looked like Noah was locked up in the ark. The Bible says, and God remembered Noah again. Let me say this. Memory is the womb of revival. So you want to get that idea revived again? Memory is the womb of revival. Step number 2. The second step for reviving that idea is redefine the vision. Redefine the vision. What problem has this idea born to solve? What problem was this idea born to solve? Write it for me in one line. Write it in your notes in one line. What is the exact problem this idea is born to solve? Because guess what? Clarity is the resurrection language of purpose. In one line, what is the problem this is here to solve? You know, at some point, Starbucks lost direction in 2008. So Howard Schultz walked back into leadership and he wrote one sentence on the board. I want to read that sentence for you. He wrote, to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, one neighborhood at a time. That sentence revived Starbucks. That single redefinition revived a global culture. Your idea needs its own sentence. one sentence. Because without a sentence, even a symphony will lose meaning. One sentence. And I was in a conversation yesterday and I said to someone, she was asking, she wants to identify her one thing. And I said to her, what is your one message for the next generation? And this is what I always say when people say things like, oh, okay, I want to identify my one thing. I want to identify my niche. I want to identify my particular line. I just say, if you're given one sentence, if you're given a message, one thing that you want to say to the next generation, what would it be? So if you ask this question to Bishop Oyedepo, for instance, his answer for you will be, without faith, you can't, there's nothing, you have lost everything in this life without faith. All right? If you ask this question to my mentor, Coach Wendy Ologe, she will tell you, if you miss it in parenting, you have missed everything. If you ask the same question to Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, the marriage guru, he will tell you, if you miss it in marriage, you have missed everything. If you ask me this question, I will tell you, if you miss it with your confidence, you've missed everything you can achieve in life. If you are asked, what is that one thing? Because guess what? It's always about the one sentence. It's always about the one thing. Step number 3. How do you build your comeback and your revival? Rebuild the rhythm. Rebuild the rhythm. Rebuild it. Restart small. Don't look for something big. 15 minutes a day. Revival doesn't need intensity. It needs consistency. It needs consistency. Short burst of time. You know, Harvard did a research on habit formation. See this habit formation thing, the research can never be exhausted. If you're struggling with habits, I highly would recommend the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, please. It's key. Now, Harvard did a research and they show that 10 minutes of daily practice rewires your brain faster than occasional marathons. So it is not about how loud you start. It's about how long you stay. It's always about staying power. It's always about consistency. And consistency is not intensity per se. Do you know what intensity is? Oh, coach, don't worry. This thing you are saying, I've been thinking about it, but I feel like, let me just leave this one you're talking now. In December, they will give us break. So I'll just use that, my 1 week break. I will focus and sit down. Consistency beats intensity. The break you are planning for, your kids will be home. The break you are planning for, your neighbors, family members are planning something, they will invite you to show up for. And they could be the people you cannot really exempt yourself away from. Because there are people who show up for you as well. There are people who are close-knit to you. You have to be there. So consistency over intensity, please. Don't prepare one marathon that you want to do one time. It's not about how loud you start. It's about how long you stay. Even the tortoise doesn't win by speed. It wins by rhythm. Remember those tortoise stories they used to tell us as kids? Who remembers? I remember. Those tortoise stories they used to tell us those days. Step number 4, the 4th step for your comeback is reactivate the voice. Reactivate your voice. See, like I said, confidence is the carbon dioxide of creativity. It's the live wire. Now, your confidence has to do with your voice, right? Share your progress publicly. Tell somebody. And that's one beautiful thing about the Smart Creating Lab, because you can't be making progress in silence alone. You've been trying to make silence alone for the past 6 years. That book hasn't come out yet. So get into a space where you can actually share your progress publicly. Sharing your progress publicly is one of the ways to get a dormant idea to come back, actually. So, share it. The faster your confidence returns, the faster your creativity. And one way to get that confidence back is actually to share publicly. Every time you verbalize your progress, your brain releases dopamine. It releases oxytocin, which is the chemistry for motivation and belonging. When this happens to you, you become fire motivated. You begin to own that thing. That thing begins to become a thing of belonging for you. So you feel like a sense of, this is my book, I need to write it. So every time you share your progress publicly, what happens to you is that you are literally rewiring hope with every update you share. I need you to write this for me in the comment section. I am reviving my idea. At this point, I need you to write it and say to yourself, right there in your space, I am reviving my idea. Write it in your notes. Whisper it to yourself. Use that your sticky note and write it and keep it where you can see it loud. Put it on your mirror if you can. I am reviving my idea. There's a God of second breaths. I hope you know. You know, right? We serve a God of second breaths. Heaven understands that dormancy can happen. That's why this live was titled Breaking News. Your dormant idea can live again, right? Because even heaven understands it. Remember what happened in Ezekiel 37? God asked the prophet, can these dry bones live? He wasn't asking because he didn't know what was happening. He asked so that Ezekiel could remember that revival is possible. And that revival begins with him speaking. So if he believes it, then he would speak. The moment God saw that, it seems like this prophet is believing that this revival is possible. Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead, prophet. Prophesy to these bones. Go ahead. In other words, talk to what looks dead. That's your note that looks dead. Talk to it. Talk to it. You don't wait for life to appear before you speak. No, you speak and life will appear. The same spirit that hovered over the waters in Genesis is still hovering over your dormant project right now. Yes, I said it. Same spirit. All he needs is for your voice to say, live again. All he needs is for your voice to say, I am bringing this back up again. You know, even Jesus, he paused outside Lazarus' tomb. When he saw a dormant idea, when he saw that dormant Lazarus lying there, dead, forgotten. In fact, the sister said, there's no need. Don't even go close to that place. Jesus knew that I can still come back. I can revive. This guy can live again. Your ideas are like that. They don't respond to wishing. So, you know, that's why Jesus ignored the sisters, the ones who were saying, oh, I understand that the resurrection you're talking about is when we now, after this life, so, but that's wish. No. Reviving your ideas will not answer to wishing. It will respond to calling. To respond to calling. You answering the call to jump inside the smart creating lab, it is responding to calling. Lazarus wasn't deaf. He was waiting for recognition. So is your idea. Your idea isn't dead. It isn't deaf. It is waiting for recognition. You know what happens? 67% of creators return to unfinished projects. They do. You're not alone. So go back if you need to. Don't go and look for something new that you now have to retrain your brain. No. Your neural pathways connect better with a path you have worked before. You know, it's like, so today I went on a walk and I almost missed it, but I remember that, oh no, it was a path I hadn't walked before. I usually would, you know, be driven past that area. So, but I remember that, oh no, I had passed here before. So I remembered and then I reconnected and I went back. So that's how it happens to your brain as well. Okay, it would be easier. But if it was a new path, even though I had driven past there, it may be hard for me to just, but this is somewhere I passed over and over again. And I'm like, at least I can find my way. So I nearly missed it, but I could easily connect and I found my way. That's how it works. You can go back. Revived projects always outperform new ones. So let's be careful. Revived projects always outperforms new projects. Most times by over 45% impact and profitability. So don't leave it there. Don't leave it there. Why? Because revival brings wisdom. When you revisit a dream, you bring back not just inspiration. This time around, you're bringing back wisdom. You're bringing back experience. And that experience is what will sharpen execution this time around. So please come back. Oh my God. 80% of businesses that you know that has pivoted, that has grown, most of them came back after they gave life to an old idea, after they woke up from dormancy. This has happened mostly to first time startups and all of that. So it's the compound interest of creativity. What is the compound interest of creativity? Old ideas plus raw wisdom. Old ideas plus raw wisdom plus new insights equals exponential outputs. I need you to know this. Too much time has passed. But don't say that. Instead of saying, Coach, you don't get it. It's been so long a time. Too much time has passed. No. Time is not your enemy. Time is a part of your editor. Do you know how I know? Now, with who you have become, by the time you go back to that book, there are things that could have been there if you had done it years before now, that won't be there now. There are things that couldn't have been there if you had done it that time, that you will add now. So time is not your enemy. Time is your editor. Ask yourself right now, which idea keeps whispering my name when I'm trying to sleep? Which project keeps chasing me? Which project still visits me in random conversations? What's happening to me? And as you ask yourself this question, pay attention, because that is not nostalgia. No, it's not. No, that's not you feeling nostalgic. No, it's a nudge coming from unfinished assignment. So what do I need you to do today? I need you to close your eyes for 10 seconds. Picture the moment you first conceived that idea. Just picture it in 10 seconds. Remember the excitement you had. Remember the nervous thrill you had. Remember the way your mind raced when you had it. Now, imagine this same idea waking up. Just imagine. Imagine this same idea stretched. Imagine that this idea is smiling at you and asking you, can we begin again, please? I need you to write this down. I give my dormant idea permission to live again. Say to yourself, I give my dormant ideas permission to live again. When you see Airbnb everywhere, I hope you know that Airbnb began as 2 people. Oh, thank you, peace. As 2 people who decided to rent out air mattresses in their tiny apartment. It failed. This Airbnb you're seeing, yes, it failed several times. But guess what? Years later, after the 2008 recession, the founders decided to revisit this idea. And this time, this revival has led the whole Airbnb factory into an over $70 billion factory. Do you remember Post-it notes? I think I have some Post-it notes here. Post-it notes, those stick-on notes that we have, that we use, that you write and then you just stick things on. Who can relate? If you can relate, please put in the comment section for me. Yes. Post-it notes, right. Now, when Post-it notes were first written or were first made, they were a lab accident. They were not planned. They were a lab accident. They happened by accident. So they sat unused for 6 years. Like literally, I don't think I can I can go a day without using post-it notes. So I can't imagine that it was abandoned. But guess what? Because it was some lab accident that happened. So they left it for 6 years. Another scientist came, saw potential in this failed glue. You know, it comes with a glue, so it just glue like in my home study here, right? In my home work corner, my home study, I can see some post-it notes where I wrote things. So the scientists, people left it because they felt it was a failed glue. So it has a glue with which you can stick on, stick on the notes when you're done writing and all. And then this scientist came, saw potential in that. Today, that mistake is worth over $1 billion annually. When Disney was doing the cartoon series and all of that, there's a particular cartoon series, Frozen. Now, Frozen for over 2 decades was a development hell. Like, people just left it where it was. They were not really working with it. But the truth is, every success story you celebrate once wore the clothes of Dormant dream. So back to Frozen, right? After a while, what happened? They went back to it though. They went back to it, rewrote some things. Same idea, right? They just added new angles. And it became the highest grossing animated film of its time at that time. Highest. So every success that you're celebrating today, think about it. Most time, those ideas that you're celebrating today, go and ask the founders. They will tell you that at some point, I left it. At some point, I felt like leaving it. At some point, I left it. And then that came back. Right? So the truth is, the most successful of ideas right there, I've told you about Apple, I've told you about so many of them I've shared with you already. They once wore clothes of Dormant dream. So it's fine. When God breathed into Adam, he didn't do it from dust again. No. He reactivated what was already shaped. So that's how it is. You're already structured. Your structure is already there. You only need to breathe. Here is your 4-line reignition code that can help you breathe. And these are words you should say to yourself. My ideas are not dead, they are seeds. You need to say these words. Reactivate, because that revival, I want it to happen today. I don't want you to leave here still struggling with dormant ideas or even calling them dormant. They're not dormant. Secondly, I want you to say to yourself, delay is not denial, it's development. I've explained to you what happens, right? When you come back to something, how it gets better. So delay is not denial, it's development. I need you to say, I don't chase a motivation, I create momentum. So now that you are back, you're not going to work with motivation. Oh, did I feel motivated? Did I feel inspired? No. You're going to create momentum with which you will work. And then say this to yourself, I am the vessel. The vision is waiting for my voice. Stop. It's good to applaud other vessels and see them and say, oh, they are doing well. But you need to understand that you too, you are a vessel. You need to say these 4 phrases to yourself until your spine straightens and your mind believes. Your mind must believe. Stop worrying. The whole energy you're using to worry. This idea, will it still work? This book, should I see right? Use it to start the work. Your brain cannot really tell the difference between imagination and reality, right? So every time you start a work, adrenaline just goes and you move. So worrying about your idea burns the same energy that you could use to actually rewrite and revive it. So flip the switch. Flip it. Every time anxiety rises, open your notes app. Write 1 new line. Turn cortisol into creativity, yeah? Turn cortisol into creativity. It's not magic. It's not magic. It is neuroalchemy. Finally, I want to give you the reservation blueprint before you go tonight. Are you ready? Let me know in the comment section. Ready? It's about 4 of them, and I call it the reservation blueprint. Something that can just help you reserve any idea quickly and just move. Number 1, name it. Name it. Identify that dormant idea. What is it? Is it a book? Is it a course? Is it a guide? Is it a webinar you wanted to hold? Is it a free conference? Write it down. Name it. Name that idea that you left dormant. Number 2, frame it. Frame it. Now, define what problem that idea can solve. Okay? Most times you have ideas, you've not been able to frame it, so sometimes you just lose it, or you feel like it's not relevant, so you just dump it. So this time around, name it. Please, frame it. Number 3, claim it. How do you claim it? Take ownership again. Take ownership again. No more shaming yourself for pausing. No more shaming yourself that the goal you set couldn't achieve it. Stop it. Let's leave there. Move. Collect it. Claim it. Move. Number 4, flame it. Flame it. Set some fire. How? Feed it. 15 minutes daily, 5 minutes daily, 10 minutes daily. Jump into the Smart Creating Lab. Let coaches and other people bring fire so that you can flame it. All right? Flame it. Flame it until momentum catches. By the time it's set on fire, momentum will catch up. So we're not going to sit here and we'll stay waiting for momentum to catch up. No. Remember what happened when the disciples, I beg your pardon, when the disciples met a resurrected Christ. They didn't recognize him firstly. Do you remember? Do you know why? Resurrection often looks different. That's why I need you to accept and move towards resurrecting that seemingly dormant idea of yours. Because from the onset, as you come back, see, resurrection is always different. They couldn't recognize Jesus. The same Jesus they stayed with for hours, days together. How come he came back and nobody could recognize him immediately? So your revived idea can be like that. Yes. Your revived idea will definitely not look like the old version of you. No. It will be more mature. It will be simpler. It will be stronger. Accept its evolution. Accept it. Accept it. Do you know why? Because your gifts and your callings are without repentance, right? It means that heaven doesn't revoke what it has given you. So it's there in you. Even if you walked away from it, it's still there. The assignment stays where you left it waiting. So go back and pick it. Maybe life happened to you. Bills, babies, burnout, whatever happened to you, right? Purpose has patience. It will sit quietly until belief knocks again. Today, I'm sure that I've been able to give you the belief that you need to go and open that door again. And this time, as you finally return, you will realize something powerful. You will realize that the idea didn't need a miracle. It only needed a manager. You are the manager of that idea. Manage it well. So that the person who gave you will give you more ideas. So today, my practical steps for you are practical step number 1. Pull out your old project folder today. Go and bring it out. When you bring it out, rename it. Rename that journal. Use highlighter pen and write on top of it, come back 2025. Yes. So by Monday, when you pick it up, you remember that this time around, we are not writing the book the way we were writing before. This is come back 2025. And this time, the second step you should take is write the new one-line mission. You know, I talked about the one-line sentence, right? Write it down. What is now the new one-line mission which we are using to run this comeback 2025? Step number 3. Schedule a 15-minute revival session for tomorrow. Tomorrow, not another day, tomorrow. Thank God it's Sunday, right? 15 minutes revival session where you are going to work on you. You are going to put that fire again. Schedule it. Step number 4. Share a tiny progress with somebody. You don't know who to share to me. You're confused, you don't know, share it. Send it to me via email. thesmartspeakersacademy@gmail.com. Share it with me. Share it with me. Bring it to the Smart Creating Lab. Come and share it with other coaches. There are 3 coaches there on the Smart Creating Lab. You'll be amongst other smart creators. So share it. Bring it there. Tell the world I'm back. Put it on your status today. I am back. You don't need to tell them what you came back from or how you came back. If they keep asking you questions, share this video with them. Tell them, go and sit down and listen to this. It will be worth your 1 hour. These 4 steps are not small. They are sacred steps. Because you know what? Creation begins again when you are now set. Creation begins again when you work on it. I need you to repeat these words to yourself even as you begin. Say to yourself, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm starting from experience. Every pause was a preparation that I made. Every delay refined my direction. I release fear. I reclaim focus. I resurrect every dormant dream within me today. I accept this breaking news that indeed my dormant ideas are back. They are revived. Thank you for saying this word with me. Thank you. Now, if this session awakens something in you, don't let it fade. Don't. Join the Smart Creating Lab. It's a place where thinkers become builders. It's a place where consumers will become creators. It's a place where you will learn the science, the systems, the spiritual discipline of turning sparks into structures. It's a place meant for you. If you ran to this live today because you saw the title and you're like, oh, dormant idea, that is me. Oh, coach, you just called me out. Then you should be in the Smart Creating Lab. Or you know people like that. Don't let them. This lab happens once in a year. That's another breaking news for today. If you miss it this year, you have to wait till this time next year. That is you accumulating dormant ideas, which will just already revive the ones you abandoned before now. The ones you left dormant before now. So please, let's not have more, right? Jump into the Smart Creating Lab. And if you're not following us on social media handle, why? Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the Smart Speakers Academy, because we keep sharing with you daily tips every single day. Daily tips several times in a day on how you can actually become that confident, smart professional that you desire to be. Because every day you scroll past your purpose, another idea goes to sleep. But every time you return there, another one wakes up. Thank you so much for being here today. Before you go, I need you to say this final affirmation. My ideas shall live again. I want to say it in the comment section. My ideas shall live again. My voice shall find strength again. My season of silence was not death. It was incubation. This is my creative comeback. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super duper sure that your creativity is back, bubbly, strong, fireful. And it's been a good time having you here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yes, I can see the comments in the comment section. Yay, I can see it. My voice shall find strength again. I love it. This is my creative comeback. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ideas didn't need a miracle. Rather, it just needed a manager, which is me. Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, come back 2025. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I have enjoyed myself being here. I feel like revival has been felt in the room tangibly, right? I'm sure that everybody got the revival that they desire. It is a good moment to see that dormant ideas can live. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you've been here and you are committed to seeing those ideas live again, get alive again, shine again, spread again, fire up again. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. You want to share this live with someone that you know is struggling with their dormant ideas. Don't let them struggle. Don't let them struggle. Share this live with them. Tell them to just sit with this and get the revival that they need. And most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't. Why not? Why won't you subscribe? We go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, peace. Thank you so much. It's been good being here. I will see you on Monday at 1 p.m. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master confidence smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. It's been an amazing time here tonight, and I'm saying to you right now, have a beautiful, smart weekend ahead. I'll see you on Monday at 1 p.m. This is the Smart Heart.